Hey everyone, I think we are live. I'm meteorologist Mike Goldberg here to talk you through some of the weather for our Labor Day and talk a little bit about the tropics because they've become somewhat active. You're looking at the forecast for the James River for Labor Day. If you have any plans to do any activities on the river level right now is at about 3.8 feet. It's been holding pretty steady through the weekend, and the forecast right now keeps that just at or below 4 feet over the next several days, which is good news. The water, of course, is pretty warm. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s tomorrow and a very high UV index, and that tells me that we need to throw on the sunscreen wherever you are, whether you're on the water, whether you're having a picnic outside tomorrow. Definitely use a little bit of sunscreen because it is the sun is pretty intense out there. UV index, again, very high all the way to Virginia Beach. For Labor Day, if you're taking a day trip out that way, temperatures will be in the 80s, water temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, pretty warm with a low risk of rip currents. If you're going the other direction out to the mountains, it is not a very nice forecast. Definitely a better beach day than it will be up in the Blue Ridge. Temperatures only in the mid 70s, a little bit of morning fog, and then showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder as well. Better than 50-50 shot up in the mountains of rain tomorrow. There'll be a shield of rain developing out that way that will slowly work its way to the east. This is a system that's in the Ohio and Tennessee valleys right now. It's going to bring moisture our way, and we'll see increasing rain chances here, particularly tomorrow night and Tuesday. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shower or thunderstorm in parts of the metro late tomorrow or into the evening hours. So let me take you through hour by hour. Tonight, we're looking at a few showers that are along the I-81 corridor. They'll mostly fizzle out, but a few more may develop, as you can see here on the map, overnight tonight. But they'll be kind of spotty. As we go through the day tomorrow, that rain out west starts to increase a bit. Notice a few little dots of green. This is about 6 o'clock, the dinner hour for tomorrow. And we may see an isolated shower or storm here in the metro area, but the higher rain chances will once again be west of I-95. As we go through the night tomorrow, we'll see more and more rain develop and move across central parts of Virginia, even to parts of the northern neck, middle peninsula. This is Tuesday early in the morning. This particular model brings most of the rain through in the morning, and then we might see a little bit of afternoon sunshine. There still may be a pop-up shower storm Tuesday afternoon. And then as we go into Wednesday, this system doesn't entirely clear the area. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few scattered showers, although the rain chances will not be as high as they will be on Tuesday. I think I'm really focused at this point on Tuesday being the wettest across a wider area of the entire Commonwealth. All right, let's check in on the tropics because that's what we told you we were going to do. There are three systems. Hurricane Danielle is still in the North Atlantic. Tropical Storm Earl, you see down there to the southwest, that's over by just north of Puerto Rico, and that's going to be tracking to the northeast, taking a right-hand turn. And then we've got another tropical wave coming off the west coast of Africa. That shows some signs of potential development, although the conditions are not necessarily favorable in the near term. Over the next 5 days, there's about a 20% chance that we may see a little bit of development out of that system. Still something to keep an eye on. We track these waves that come off the African coast, particularly at this time of the year. That's the area to watch for development over the next 5 days or so as we hit the peak of hurricane season next weekend. All right, let's close in on Danielle. Maximum sustained winds have gone up a little bit since last night. They're at 85 miles an hour. Danielle is expected to maintain its strength as a Category 1 hurricane over the next several days. Notice there's barely any movement, officially north of 2. And here's the forecast track. Keeps it over the North Atlantic over the next several days. The islands you see there to the south of the storm track are the Azores, and that storm actually tracks towards the UK as we get into next weekend. Notice it does lose a little bit of strength, but still could pack a bit of a punch as it heads towards the UK, again, by next weekend. You see the forecast spot there on Friday, still well southwest of the UK. All right, here's Tropical Storm Earl. Maximum sustained winds right now are at 50 miles an hour. If you're plotting at home, I don't know if anybody does that anymore. We used to plot these storms with latitude and longitude. You got your little hurricane tracking chart out and you would plot the storm and follow it. I'm sure there's some weather geeks out there that like to do that. If you are, 20.0 north, 65.2 west, moving to the northwest at about 5, but there's a little difference in the forecast track. Well, I shouldn't say there's a difference in the forecast track, but there's more consensus amongst the model data than there was, say, about 48 hours ago, when there was a possibility the storm might continue going west and might not get caught in the steering currents to the north. Right now, all of our computer data is really leaning on that right-hand turn. So there's the official forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Notice it becomes a hurricane. Bermuda sitting to the west of the forecast track, which is good news for them, because notice it becomes a Category 3 potentially as we head in towards the latter stages of the week. If that happens, it will be the first major hurricane of the Atlantic season. So could make a little history in that realm. It is still a tropical storm right now, but the forecast makes it a hurricane by the time we get to Tuesday. So that's kind of a wrap on the tropics. Notice the storm passes well east of the Bahamas, well east of the U.S., does not appear to be a threat at this time. So our relatively quiet hurricane season may continue. Nick is our web guy, and you followed him with me in the past for our Facebook lives, and he's actually pulling up some comments from you, which I didn't know how this was going to work. I'm sort of on my own right now, and he's just kind of putting through some of the questions to me or comments. This is John Schuyler Sotos. Says he misses what we would do on Saturday night before the 11 o'clock news. Well, we're trying to get back to some of these Facebook lives now in the latter stages, hopefully, of the pandemic. A lot of us were not actually in the studio at the same time during the pandemic, so that's why things kind of stopped like everything else did. Mary says, welcome back. Missed you. Well, I've been here, but not on Facebook Live, so thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you a little bit more often. I think it's Tamia saying hello. Hello to you as well. Thank you so much for watching. Timothy Fortune, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday to you too. Hope you guys are all enjoying this long holiday weekend. I think it's going to work out pretty well for tomorrow as well. Keysville, Benny Hurt, welcome to you as well. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here this Sunday night. We're right at 7:30. I guess we're sort of in the middle of this long holiday weekend. Hopefully all of you have off tomorrow. I don't, but that's okay. I spend it with some of my colleagues. I also work in radio. I'll be on the radio tomorrow, and then I think I may be here tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. We're trying to figure out that schedule. But Pamela, Aurora, Colorado. Wow. We often have people tuning in from all over the place, all over the country. And we thank you for joining us here. I know we're kind of focused on Virginia, but one of the reasons we do our tropics update is because it impacts a lot of people potentially. And so hopefully those are helpful to you guys. I know we've had people that have been in the path of some of these storms in the past join in. So thank you. Cynthia from Chester. Hey, how's it going, Cynthia? Thank you so much for tuning in. Karen from King William, thank you as well. Glad to see so many people. I can't actually see how many people are tuned in, or I can't necessarily see all of you individually, but Nick is, again, feeding this through. We've got this new technology we're using, which is great. Nikki from Matoaka. This is pretty awesome. I'm getting a better feel for who is watching. A lot of times Nick has to feed all this information to me verbally, but now it actually comes up on my screen. Kathy Hartfield, I guess in Hartfield. Is that Virginia? I don't know if that's Virginia. I'm not familiar with Hartfield. Ronald, Warsaw. Hey, Warsaw. Great to have you checking in as well. Been a great weekend weather-wise out there. Has anybody been out at the beach this weekend or taking a trip to the mountains? Maybe you're home already. Tamia would love to come on by the studio. We'll have to try to arrange that at some point. Thank you so much for your interest. I don't know so much about the tours that we do, of course, because of COVID, everything was shut down. I think we're starting to open that back up again. So Betty in Keysville, I think we said hi to you. Maybe you said hello again. Great. Thanks for saying hi twice. Barbara from Dinwiddie, hello to you as well. Diane from Prince George, hope you are having a fantastic Labor Day weekend. I don't know that the weather could be really better than this. Folks that don't like it hot, of course, are probably saying, it could be a little bit cooler. But remember, it's Labor Day weekend. It's the unofficial end of summer, and it's not extremely hot. When you think of what's been going on out west, there have been triple-digit temperatures for days on end across parts of the northern Rockies and out towards interior California. Angel, hello from Midlothian. Thank you so much for checking in. Going tomorrow. Hopefully it's the beach and not the mountains, because the mountains, not such a great forecast, but the beach looking really fine for your Monday. And there's a low risk of rip currents. The water's warm. The waves will probably be only 1 to 2 feet. So a really good day out at Virginia Beach for tomorrow. And that pretty much extends down into the Outer Banks of North Carolina as well. There's a live view of Richmond. That's from our tower camp. You know, Nick can change some of these things, which is fantastic. He can call up these different sources that I can't just magically do all the time. So thank you to Nick, who's running our Facebook Live here. Yes, beach for Angel. Yes, great news. Natalie, North Chesterfield. Ooh, what's happened to our camera? It does that every once in a while. I'm sure it'll come back into focus, but every once in a while, the city just kind of goes, ooh, almost like, looks like aliens have come in and taken over Richmond. Sandy, hi from Amelia. Hello from Richmond to Amelia. Looks like a good day out there. I'm going to pull up the radar, just checking in on what's going on right now so I can see when you guys say hi from a particular location. And Amelia, Sandy, have you had a light shower out there? I know there's a little bit of activity to the west of there. I think Nick might be trying to call it out. There you go. So there you see as we come in towards Amelia, little shower. It looks like it's just north of there. So it's more Powhatan County. Anybody from Powhatan County out there that can confirm that? Looks like we might have a little shower up here to the north, just west of Bowling Green and Caroline County. Otherwise, all the activity's been to the west. As you can see, the higher elevations, and that's pretty much where things are going to be. I think I can, will you see my pointer? No, you don't see my pointer. I think there's a way to get the pointer on this Facebook Live so you can actually see what I'm doing, but I haven't learned that yet. Will this work? No, that's not going to work. We'll figure this all out as time goes on. But anyway, that gives you guys a little bit of a view as to what is going on over the whole area. Victoria, a good evening and night to you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we're kind of getting back to doing a little Facebook Live here and showing you some of the maps, some of the forecasts that is for Virginia going into Labor Day and the coming week. I'll give you a little peek at our 7-day as well while we're here. Here's our 7-day forecast. So you can see there's that slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm is going to be late in the day tomorrow, and especially to the west. But I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 sneak into the metro area just around the dinner hour or shortly before. More numerous showers around Tuesday, but that doesn't mean it's going to rain all day long. Could be a rumble of thunder. Another scattered shower or storm on Wednesday. The Kickers are playing on Wednesday night. Don't forget about them if you're a soccer fan. And as we go into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I can't completely rule out an isolated shower, especially Thursday and Friday, but it wasn't enough to put in the forecast because it would be so isolated. Of about 1,000 of you watching, maybe one person would actually see a little bit of rain at best. So we're keeping the rain out of the forecast there until later next weekend. Yesterday, it looked like maybe another system bringing some more moisture into the area next weekend. Now it's looking like we're tending towards drier conditions, which is good news for the weekend forecast. Keep your fingers crossed and that will hold. Anyway, I thank you all for checking in. We've been with you for 25, 30 minutes or so, I guess. But thank you so much for joining us here. We hope to do it again. Nick is at the controls. I think he's probably going to end our Facebook Live. He's in a remote location, actually not that far away, I think in the newsroom. But again, thank you for joining us. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Have a great, wonderful rest of your weekend.
At CBS 6, our office is out here.